be part of our call can listen. So thanks, guys. I'm excited to see so many faces. It's really awesome. I thank you for joining us today. So today I thought it's the 15th of the month, so we're halfway through. And I thought maybe we could brainstorm some things that we could do for our own personal business that you guys could put into effect for yourselves, but maybe also do share the idea with your teams. So I'll share one with you first, because this is something I've been doing for quite a while, and I shared it in some coaching calls earlier today, actually in 2 different calls, and they were both like, oh my gosh, that's such a great idea. And I just assumed everybody was doing it, right? So as a leader, I found myself with an extra quick cooker. And I will let you know that if you don't have an extra one and you want to try this, you can still get one at 50% off. So that's a pretty cool deal. But what I did was I bought an extra quick cooker and the carrying case, and I've made it my loaner quick cooker. So a couple of weeks ago, I saw a friend post, oh my gosh, you guys, I can't get dinner on the table fast enough. It takes so long till I get home from work and get my son picked up from his sporting events. What are you guys making for dinner that's quick and easy, but healthy? So, of course, I private messaged her and I said, you know, have you ever thought about investing in a pressure cooker? And she said, yeah, as a matter of fact, I've been saving up for an Instapot. And I said, well, what if I brought you my quick cooker and you tried it for a couple of days? And if you fall in love with it, would you do a virtual show with me, earn one, you know, at least at half price, if not for free? And she said, oh my gosh, I would so do that. So I took it over, dropped it off with a cookbook. She went to the grocery store that night, bought the ingredients to make 4 different recipes. And on the 5th night, she said, okay, let's set up my party. I want one of these. She ended up with a $725 party that was dated in April, where she got the extra $100. And she ended up getting the whole ensemble for $45.
Great.
That's awesome.
And, you know, if she hadn't just started a brand new job, I would definitely have talked to her about becoming a recruit as well, but I didn't do that. So that's just one thing that I've been doing that I have found great success with, is just watching my friends' posts and seeing how I can provide a service for them that in turn ends up getting me a show. So what other things could you do?
One thing that I didn't do at the beginning of the month, because we were leaving for Arizona, was follow Stephen Japolsky's advice and just start messaging everybody for virtual parties. So that's on my list for this week. I actually have a personal account, and then I have my Pampered Chef account. And so I don't hit up my personal peeps often with Pampered Chef things. So I'm hoping that I should be able to, I mean, I've had a couple of friends from that side do Pampered Chef parties. So I'm hoping I'll be able to add a few more this month, and then obviously to continue to build on that. That's nothing, you know, brand new. It's just something that I haven't done yet because I didn't have a chance. So that's what I'm working on for this month, is to get as many virtual parties as I can.
Awesome. Yeah, virtual parties are definitely easier to add in short term.
Yep.
So while I was in Arizona, I met with my director that lives out there, a downline director, and that was the one that was telling me about the dirt storms. And in our conversation during dinner, she shared something exciting that she's doing with her virtual shows. And I have gotten her to agree to do a training for us next Tuesday at 11 Eastern. So I will share that link with you because what she's doing is incredible. And it's so simple. It's one of those, why didn't I think of that moments?
Yep.
So I'll post that link when we're done today, but she's going to give you something to do with your virtual parties that you're going to go, oh my gosh, why hadn't I thought of this before?
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep.
Still recorded, of course, right?
Absolutely. It'll be recorded.
Thank you. I won't be able to be on that one next week, but I'll definitely want to watch it. Thank you.
Yep. So what other things can you do to impact your own personal business the remaining part of May that you could in turn take and share with your teams? I shared an idea. Julie shared an idea. Anybody else have one? Go ahead, Susan.
Okay, tried to unmute. Well, it's fundraiser season. Why not? We're doing a team challenge where we actually have a big prize. Anybody that does a fundraiser for help with, whether it's help with cancer or whatever, gets into the drawing, and whoever has the top fundraiser gets a prize as well.
Awesome.
So, and we don't care if it's one that someone else books or it's your personal one or how you do it, just do it.
Yep.
What are you doing for prizes?
Go ahead. Sorry, Julie.
Sorry.
For prizes, we're picking for the overall thing. We're doing $50.
Nice.
Hold hard cash. If they want to donate it to their fundraiser, they can. If they don't, you know what I mean? They don't have to. And then we're for the other one, we're giving away just a spring product.
Yeah. Awesome.
We all have things in our stashes, that you can definitely offer up if you're looking for a show, if you're looking for a referral. You absolutely put them to use because they're not doing any good sitting in your closet, right?
The other thing that that I've always done when when you're tight on thing is have somebody do I call it a come cook with me. I've got that idea from, I think it was Marna Ross started it with those 10 meals or whatever. It certainly wasn't my idea, but you can throw a come cook with me with any of our party packs. And I don't serve it up that I'm any kind of an expert. Do you know what I mean? I say it's come cook with me. You know what I mean? And we do it like family style, like we're all cooking together. We sit down at the table and all eat together and draw out tickets for placing orders, things like that. And I have a big sign up. So we challenge people to do come cook with me. And you can set that up on your own, like really fast. It's your own house, and it kind of changes it from having my own party. Do you know what I mean? Because that's, I don't know. This way you're offering a service to somebody.
And you can do the exact same thing, offer up a come cook with me and focus it on pressure cookers.
Right. Call it Under Pressure. Could be the name of the class.
Okay, I'm hearing a song.
Yeah.
dating myself, Robin.
That's okay. I'm right there with you, girl. So we can't be that old.
But, just anything with a fun name and people are excited about it. It's just really any theme show you would do at a party, but it's just very casual.
Yeah. There are so many people that have pressure cookers that I would be willing to bet are still sitting in boxes or they're intimidated by. I mean, ideally, we want to sell ours. But if we offer the service people to at least learn how to work with them, not everybody that would come to that kind of a workshop would have one.
Right.
Well, I've always been under the philosophy there's party goers and party throwers, and the party goers need a place to go.
Yep.
In one of my coaching calls this week, we were talking about how this gal has had so many shows that have rescheduled or canceled. And I said, well, why don't you invite all of those hosts to each bring 3 friends and do a show at your house? Because a lot of times people don't, when you think about the party throwers. Some of them don't care what their house look like, but there are others that are like, oh my gosh, I can't do it that day because the cleaning lady doesn't come till the following week, and then I'm going to have to clean, or I'm going to have to organize. And you really have the opportunity to do one of those in your house. And, it definitely would help your own business, and it'll help your team to do the same thing.
Yep.
I've got a girlfriend that has an amazing cake business, and I would love to learn how to just put icing on my cupcakes pretty, because that is not at all what my cupcakes look like. So I just asked her, I said, would you do a training class for us on cake decorating? She said, oh my gosh, yes. Now, secretly, so if you know my friend Misty, you can't tell her, I want her to be a consultant. I think if I could marry her love of baking with Pampered Chef and have her do that cupcake workshop and then say to my friends, oh my gosh, this was so much fun. Who wants to do one of these for their friends?
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, we did one of those cupcake things, and it was hilarious. We actually printed out those the things online where you can practice. None of us had any skills. We just laughed. And we didn't care. I mean, and that's why but having her obviously to be a consultant is sneaky and great. But why not just have some fun?
So what other ways? What else can we do to help boost our business?
So I went live on my team page before I left for Arizona and challenged everybody. So I have a ton of consultants I just want to qualify, but instead of focusing on 1250, I said, hey, let's get them focused on 1500 because they can get that new product that will be on the cover. So I challenged them to go for 1500, which is 3 $500 shows if you just want to do easy math. And then I challenged them for one to be virtual, to book their own Help with Cancer fundraiser, and do one in-home gathering. Yep. Whether it's their own or a host that they have. So,
and we forget that sometimes, I've got hosts and customers from 30 years. We forget that it's probably been a while since they've seen products, since they've seen a catalog. And with the fundraisers and the American Cancer Society, and I'm all about empowering women, and I love that we've done the breast cancer thing for so long, but I've had a lot of friends say, I wish it wasn't just breast cancer.
Yep.
So now it really covers everything with Hope Lodge, because that's for any patient with any type of cancer.
Yeah.
So the other thing that we were talking about on our brainstorming call on Monday was not only doing an American Cancer Society fundraiser, and pushing those products, but we also talked about doing the chemo bags again, the blessing bags.
Yep.
Instead of taking them to a hospital, take them to a Hope Lodge. Hope Lodge would love to have those kind of things to give patients. I know that my local hospital has a good support system for bags for their breast cancer patients. But again, that's just breast cancer.
Right.
This is something that's beyond just the scope of that. So maybe do that on your page. I focused on the whipped cream maker up until today. And then after today, I'm going to switch over and then do the blessing bags. See if I can get some of those. If you sell, if you do them at $20 and you try and get, 20 or 40 or 50, however many, you're going to have a great show, and have some really good and active consultants if you can get your team to do it too.
Robin, what do you or other people put in those bags for the chemo ones?
Well, I think it's really just anything. I know from doing them for the breast cancer support services here in my county, We've put a little bottle of lotion in. We get the lozenges that are not cough drops. I forget what they're called. I'd have to go back and dig that one up, but they're just like a dry mouth lozenger, because that's, you know, a side effect of the chemo. You can buy a case of water and put a water bottle in the outside of the bag. Socks, hats. If you can't afford to do the hats, you can just do a bandana. You know, we call them dude rags in the Harley world, but you can pick that up at the dollar store too. Warm socks. If you have access to blankets, I know somebody was saying that I think you can get a blanket at IKEA for like $3.99, and they're pretty reasonable. Thanks, Carrie just said that Dollar Tree has a lot of really cute scarves right now because it is kind of breast cancer awareness. So you would have that. You can do crossword books. You can do a mechanical pencil. You can do word searches, any of those kind of things that just help pass the time. Anybody else have anything they want to add? What else could you put in there?
I've seen people put in chapstick or bliss stick, something along those lines.
That's good.
Yep. Hannah, do you know what Colleen puts in hers? A friend of ours, a sister director of ours, has done a lot of them. Hannah, do you know what Colleen?
Paula has too. I know I saw a post, like kind of a lot of the same things you guys are saying. I saw one post though that said you should double check about putting personal items like the chapstick or some of those other things in there, because some places didn't want more personal items like that. But I don't remember what specifically those things were.
Okay.
Sorry.
I have a graphic for both the whipped cream maker and the chemo bags or the blessing bags, and I'll post those in this group when we're done on the call. I know that always helps.
Yep. I have to add, I personally love the snack bar maker more than like anything in, well, not anything in the whole world, but I love making my own chocolate bars in that thing. So I was going to do, I saw your post, Robin, about the whipped cream maker and was going to do something similar for the snack bar maker for my team.
So what's that going to look like, Hannah?
I mean, you could sell 10 of them and have a $250 show. So something of that sort. I don't know. I hadn't thought about. Go ahead, Susan.
I have a thing. You remember the old Girl Scout cookie order sheet?
Mm-hmm.
You know, got one of those for help with cancer, and then see how you can spread that out. Do you know what I mean? Whether it's businesses or you're going to get your hair cut or whatever. And so you could share that snack bar maker love. Bring something in when you're getting your hair done.
Yep.
Hey, I'd like to share something.
All right.
So I'm actually doing the blessing bags with my team right now and selling them or sponsoring. That's what I'm asking for, sponsorship, $20 each. And so far, my deadline is Friday. So far, I've sold over 70. I think I'm closer to 80 right now.
Wow.
Girl, good for you.
Yeah. And I'm doing it, thank you. I'm doing it for local. The New Jersey Cancer Institute is huge here. And then also for the MS Center. You know, I know it's, you know, breast cancer awareness and we are the help with cancer, but MS is, my sister runs the whole center, and I just know that those patients, they suffer tremendously, and I just thought that I would, you know, give back to them, which is what I'll be doing. I'll be splitting the bags between both centers. So they're super excited, and I've gotten great response for it. And some of the things that I'm putting in there, I haven't purchased everything yet. I've gotten some donations. I work for a supermarket, so they gave me some money to spend, so I'm happy about that. I've had hand sanitizer and chapsticks donated. And I also got, my friend makes, I'm sure there's many, but companies out there. She like the sippy cups, you know, the insulated sippy cups with the straw. And she's put motivational words on them for me, and she only charged me $225 for each one. So I'm able to put one of those in each one. And when preparing for this, I talked to both centers, and like Hannah said, you do have to find out, like there are some guidelines, do's and don'ts. So just be prepared for that. One of them, like I asked about putting in like a powdered mixed drink, you know, with maybe a bottle of water, depending on how much room I have. And you have to be careful with that, you know, make sure it's not artificial. It has to be all natural. So, you know, just be prepared and aware of what you can and cannot put in there, and keep everything gender neutral, because there are men and women. Sometimes we forget that there are other men, you know, men in it too. So another girl on my team is doing it for a children's cancer center in New Jersey, and she has sold over 20. And sadly, another team member, her husband is suffering from brain cancer right now, so she's doing it for that, and she's probably close to 100 by now. So it's been successful. I know there's a couple other people doing it too. They just haven't given me their feedback right now. So I know it's going to add to the sales, but honestly, I think it's bigger than that. So
Yeah.
You know, it just breaks my heart. So, and another thing that I do every month is I do a host of the month club, and that really has helped me in times where, you know, you need that extra show or you want those extra sales. So I run it for, this one is going for 7 months. Sometimes I have 2 and 3 clubs going at the same time. It's a minimum of $40 per person per month. So it adds up. And chances are they're not just spending $40. So that has helped a lot over the past couple of years.
Awesome.
I do $25 for 12 months or a 12-month period for the host of the month club. For a lower price, but it always seems like they get outside orders, and we do a party in addition to that.
Always. And the last one, or April's party, April host of the month, we did a live party, and I think her show was like 1,400 or 1,500. So, and it was really a live one. Yeah. So I'm mostly a live consultant. I know we're rare now.
You're not that rare. You might be on the endangered list, but
I know. I'm jumping into it though, as much as I don't want to. I am.
Yeah. The other thing that you can do with those blessing bags, if you have a women's shelter, or a place, you know, a safe haven for women, I've taken them in there, and they've been very thankful for them as well.
Yeah. And I've been asking for donations. You know, all they can do is say no. And believe me, it's out of my element to ask for something like that. But people will want to. I have somebody that's donating Coach scarves to me. I have somebody that's donating, my yoga studio, she's donating 2 classes. So she's giving me 150 certificates to put in the bags.
Wow.
Yeah, people want to help. So, you know, just ask.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I'm asking all my friends to share my post too, and that's helped too, because I get a couple of sponsors through PayPal every day. I don't even know who they are. Yeah.
Somebody just asked if you could explain a little bit more about Host of the Month Club.
So I run my Host of the Month Club for 6 months. I get 6 participants, and I have a graphic, but I did not create the graphic, so I can't take credit for it. So I gather 6 people, and I pick, they each are assigned 1 month for their month of the host rewards. The other months, they're responsible to purchase $40 before tax and shipping, and before their, not including their 10% if they were already the host of the month. Otherwise, it just doesn't work out. So then I send them a big, one of those boxes from Michael's that went around for a while. And I just put some stuff in it. They all get a catalog. If I know the specials for the next couple of months, I put those in there. And then I just put some fun things in. Like I just did one for April. So I put some peeps in there and just said, thanks for being one of my HON peeps. And I fill it up with some nice stuff, maybe a notepad. What else have I done? Last year I did like the leis for Hawaii. Coming up in the summer, I would put, different barbecue products in there, maybe paper plates, some napkins, just something fun. And then every month I do send them a little something. So last month, or for April, I just sent them, I picked up some postcards from Hawaii and like a little notepad that I got at one of the stores in Hawaii, and I just wrote something on there and mailed that to them. So they get a little something from me every month. One month they got Season's Best, and it could be as little as a summer ball, like pool ball or something like that, or it could be something larger, like, the cleaning cloths or something, cheap to mail. I'm always concerned about that. And then prior to their month of being the host, I do offer them if they'd like to do an online or a live party. And most of them want the live party, so that works out for me because they're pretty good parties. So, and like I said, most people will spend more than the $40 minimum, which is the requirement. So, and I put them in a group. I offer them specials every month. This month, their special is 10% off any of the Help with Cancer products. Last month was buy 2 spices, get 1 for free. So, something little. Next month, I'll give them a discount off of the new spring, summer Toy Story products. So just so that they feel special, and everybody loves their Happy Mail. They're always commenting. So that's it.
Nancy, is there a reason that you only do 6 people for those 6 months?
I just feel it for me, it's a good, long enough commitment for them. And I will say out of the 6, maybe 4 of them will just join the next one. So some people, are good with the 6. I've never tried the 12. The longest I've done is 7, because a couple times I've had 7 participants. So everybody agrees. We still do the 40. Sometimes I get 5 people and then I increase it to 50. But I don't know. I just did the 6 month. Honestly, I think that's what the graphic said. So instead of changing it, I probably just went with it because it said, "Oh, the graphic says it. That's what I'm going to do." I'm sure that's probably why. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, I like the graphic, so I didn't change it.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, always follow the graphic. It's true. Why change it? Oh,
yeah, absolutely. So. What else? We've got some great ideas going here. Are you guys getting juiced? You ready to go do something? What else? Go ahead, Go ahead, Candy.
Someone mentioned it before that this is fundraiser season, and I know we all get asked to donate silent auction items. So one, I always incorporate a little picture frame that says a free show for you and 10 friends, call Candy Fox with my number, and I put that in whatever I give them. But I've started offering back, not just providing them a silent auction item, but doing a fundraiser to go alongside that. And it's been very fun to, a lot of them say yes. And it's a like I added a fundraiser for May just a couple days ago because somebody asked for a silent auction item for their event. And now we're doing a online fundraiser. So I don't think I thought of that before necessarily. So I thought, it's easy, but I thought it would be worth sharing because we get asked a lot for donating.
Mm-hmm. We sure do. And if you can convert that and do an online fundraiser, I know a lot of organizations kind of hesitate to promote that with their people if there's a profit being made by anyone. And you can always, just volunteer to donate your commission.
I do. And they say that I do
Good.
think that makes a huge difference.
Yep, I agree.
So I will say I didn't necessarily get asked, but I have a show tomorrow night with the missions group who, like, somebody invited me to join their group, and I said, oh, I could do a Pampered Chef, or I'm offering a Pampered Chef fundraiser, and they were all over it. So we're actually doing a cooking party in the upstairs kitchen of a chiropractor's office tomorrow night. So I'm hoping for lots of extra traffic into there, not just within their group, but we'll see how that goes.
How many are in the group, Hannah?
There's 8, or I think between 8 and 13. I feel like she has like 8 people
Okay.
with catalogs, and she's asked for a couple of more catalogs to pass around. So they're gathering orders, but then also we're doing like the chicken risotto and the quick cooker and some snack bars tomorrow night. So.
Well, you gotta do your snack bar maker, right?
I know, right?
But it is really true. Those snack bars, everybody likes snack bars, but they're usually not as healthy as you think they are.
Or the good ones are really expensive, in my opinion. Yeah.
So
go
ahead, sorry.
The other thing that I'm looking towards starting to book are kids pizza making classes. I did a pizza cooking class with 10 or 11, I guess there were 11 or 12 kids at my kids' school, but we used the classroom kitchen packets from last year. And so I set up a station for every kid, but then pre-ordered a personal pizza stone. So they got to take that home with them. But yeah, I'm looking to book kids shows in June, like end of school year type of things, and then give the host one of the new Toy Story products for free as a booking bonus. So.
Cute.
So an interesting thing we just learned in the last 10 days here in my office. I have a large group of Amish consultants who obviously don't have computers. So we have to enter their shows for them all the time. And we asked, how they were getting these big shows and why they were always co-hosted. Come to find out, one of the co-hosts is the teacher, and the other co-host is a parent. And that's how they do their end of year gifts for the teacher. They do a catalog show for the teacher with her as one of the hosts, and then all the parents purchase things that are gifts for the teacher, or they can do them for themselves as well. And then the teacher gets all the host benefits.
Nice.
Smart, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine that for teacher gifts and end of year things.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Something else that it's on my to-do list is, and I learned it from somebody else, and she said it was very successful. We're not always able to open up our home to do like a pressure cooking workshop or deep cover baker or rock crock or any kind of workshop. I know, my house is always crazy, as I'm sure mostly everybody's house is. So she does it online through Facebook, and she offers a pressure cooking workshop right on Facebook and invites them, creates the group for them. And she said that it's been very successful. She gets sales from it and she gets bookings from it as well. So it's on my radar. I just haven't done it yet. But I'd love to do that because some people, like my customer base, remember I'm cooking, so, but it's still throughout, New Jersey, Connecticut, and New York. So they can't always come to my house. So at least I can offer something to those that can't travel to my house. So I'm looking forward to that, making a couple of different recipes right on live with Facebook. So I think that can help get some bookings and sell the quick cooker even more.
Well, and it's like anything else. You want to create the desire to have it. And you do that by showing it, by demonstrating it, by, sharing recipes, sharing tips and tricks. And then, when you have the interest peaked is when you go in and ask for something more.
Right. It's about making those connections. So if I can offer that service, even just once a month, what's it going to take me? An hour on Facebook? My family will reap the benefits, and I'll have dinner for a couple of days. And if I can build those relationships even more. So I think it's still very important in our business to have those relationships.
Absolutely. And the same, whether you're a live consultant or virtual.
Yeah.
Relationships are where it starts. Once you create that connection and work with that person to develop that relationship, it's really going to help your business, in either way.
Yeah.
Carrie just said summer is a big time for our local food banks to be in need too. So you can reach out to them and see how you can help.
Yeah.
That's definitely true, Carrie. Thank you for sharing that. So we've given you lots of ideas. What are you going to do first?
I'm going to schedule my quick cooker workshop.
Awesome.
It's been on my to-do list for way too long. So
right, Nancy, we expect you to post the date when it's happening in the comment thread on the video once I get it posted.
I will.
Okay.
Definitely.
What else? Who's doing what first?
And I'm definitely opening my second quick cooker. Sorry, Hannah, for cutting you off. That I loved, Robin. I'm totally lending it out. It's just sitting here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love that idea. Thank you. Sorry, go Hannah.
I've been actually using my second one at my shows and leaving one at home. But anyway, I am going to ask on Facebook of any of my friends who work at the 2 different cancer treatment centers that are closest to me to see if I can check about the blessing bags and how to do that. So.
Awesome. Who else? What are you doing first? Oh, make me pick on you.
I already emailed I looked up the foundation for our local hospital while we were on the phone, or while we were on this, and emailed them. So.
Good job.
Cool.
Ruth, what are you going to do?
Bags.
Kathy, blessing bags. Ruth, what are you doing?
I have been really lame about my messaging each individual person, whether they're in my virtual parties, whether they are active or not active. And so today I have probably about 40 messages that I'm going to connect with and just appreciate them and get that relationship started with them.
Awesome.
Ruth, do you just send them a message and thank them for participating? Because this has been my hardest part with doing virtual parties is I get a lot of people viewing, and I've got like 25 people viewing my current party and I have 3 orders.
Yeah, the main thing I do is I want feedback because that's going to have some interaction. So I tell them this is a new venture for me in doing virtual parties. How did you like it? What could I do differently? And I'm always wanting to serve you. How can I serve you better? Thank you so much for supporting your friend, Melissa. And that's kind of how I do it. Short and sweet.
Okay, great. Thank you.
I want the feedback because I really do want the feedback, but I want the feedback because it makes me sound like, which I do, value their opinion.
Right. Good idea. Thank you.
All right, we're going to end this call 15 minutes early so that you guys have 15 bonus minutes in your schedule and can get something done.
Thank you, Robin.
You are very welcome. We'll post the next date for our next call very shortly, okay?
Terrific.
Thank you so much, Robin.
We want to see this action. Hit apply. Hit apply. Remember to hit apply. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
Bye.
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 Right.